It's the 10th of May, 2016, and time to walk. Been listening to a Perot book since I finished the other one, and I've been so into it, I keep on forgetting to do any snaps while I'm walking. Oh well. I gotta shower, write a check, and I've gotta go to town to pay my water bill. It's the only bill that still requires you to go to a physical location that I have. I went to Hardee's for breakfast, because Mom can get her a low-carb bowl. Apparently they got one of those. But something funny happened. Got to listen to a bunch of little old men, even though we were completely across the room, they were that loud, bicker about politics. I found it funny. Only because I know what it's going to be. As soon as someone else gets elected, they will say the exact same things about whichever person. It's just a script. Hey, whenever you get that age, sometimes you need a hobby. So their hobby is to go to Hardee's and just boviate about it.
Or, like, even some of those syndication networks that were like, I don't know if we want to carry the show if it's going to, there was like controversy around it.
Right.
And
My dog's watching the Frog Pants chat room and wishing she had thumbs so she could actually respond. Poor dog. Still haven't taken time to pick out stuff with that Platform University thing that I enrolled in, by the way, but the first master class is up, so I gotta take time out this week for that. Don't got to, it's not like a commitment, but I want to, okay? I want to take out time to watch that thing. Let's put it that way. Almost, at least for the time being, while I'm off like this, thinking about just taking a day to just get stuff and just focus like that, The courses of things that I take, my magic courses, stuff like that. I'm thinking about just picking a day and making it a course day, if that makes sense. Day that I can just focus on learning stuff and not have anything else on the back burner, if it were. That might work, right? Because without scheduling things, sometimes it doesn't exactly seem urgent, if that makes sense. Maybe the wrong word. It's not in my head exactly if I don't actually schedule it. Maybe that's a better way of putting it instead of saying urgent or anything like that, because that implies being pushed. There's irony to what I said, by the way, because guess what that video on Platform University is about right now? It's about scheduling things. So yeah, I need to take out time to watch that sometime this week, and who knows, that might help me think of a day to do this, or anything else for that matter.
Appropriate restraints. The cost is the same as UberX and can be booked anywhere in Greater London. Uber says that Uber Wave drivers will have received disability.
A lot of stuff tonight happened at D&D. I'm not going to bother running you guys through every scenario that happened, because it was a long one. But I will say this, I am loving the fact that this one is a lot of roleplay. There wasn't much combat at all tonight. In fact, it was all roleplay. Yeah, that's quite fun. Although I will say the funniest thing that happened during the night had to be with our one party member that grew the wings. Went inside a church of a thing, except her. She decided to stay out and hang out in one of the trees, just to perch around and relax. Then she's able to see the graveyard from her perspective behind the church, right? So suddenly this thing starts shambling out of the graveyard. She thinks it's a zombie. And not just her, every single person thought she was about to deal with a zombie. And then suddenly it opens its mouth and says, "Get down from there!" It was the groundskeeper. And he thought that some magic user had come along because there were angel statues and had turned one of those alive. He was trying to convince her to go back to the graveyard. What happens when that spell wears off? Then you'll fall out of the tree, you'll be in pieces? And then who's going to have to put you together? I will. I don't have time to glue you back together. It was inspired. It really was. She's licking the couch. I haven't even eaten anything over there. What is she doing? In the mood to snack. So this is happening. And suddenly she's not licking the couch anymore. Here you go, a non-mirrored version of that. That way you can actually know what the heck it is, because I realized last time I showed you that package. Yeah. But yeah, so this will be a taste test of these, so let's see, shall we? Well, the smell's fantastic to begin with. The dog agrees. So here's what I assume is a typical handful. There's pretzels, there's chocolate-covered ones, and look at the tiny little Hershey bars. They're adorable. The almond is appropriately salty. I'm just going to tell you all the parts one by one. Can't do this and hold the button at the same time. Yeah, that's chocolate-covered pretzel. Nice. Very nice. Which, of course, means that the pretzel itself, just without the chocolate, just as good. So, yeah. Then finally, the tiny Hershey bar, which is, big surprise, tiny Hershey bar. Although it benefits with a bit of salt on it. Yeah, the Hershey snack mix is quite nice. I haven't tried the Reese's version of this, but the Hershey one, I like it. So no Night Attack to watch for me tonight because they did a thing in San Francisco on Saturday, I think. Although, just as I finished saying that, they just emailed all the patrons another mixtape, so that's a thing I'll get to listen to.